Yeah. So how old are your kids?
My oldest is 16. She's driving. She's absolutely beautiful. And my youngest is 14. And he just took, I think like 30, I think it was 32nd in North Carolina for math.
Okay. In the entire state?
In the state, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He's
All
a
right.
beast.
Well, that's something that that's a sport I'm not participating in, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think next year I'll let him do the taxes.
That's right.
All right, dude. You're ready.
Well, Phil, it's good to have you on an episode of Cliff's Notes.
Well, thank you. You know what? I don't know whether, the gush, I'm a follower. I've been watching them. Now I'm on it. I'm like, wow.
Well, we have a massive amount of subscribers. I think we're up to like 50 now.
Yeah.
So we're killing it.
So me and my closest friends,
That's right. Yeah. No, it's everybody at Tungco. You have to follow this. It's all the people at Tungco and Phil.
Yeah, there we go.
So I was thinking about just maybe what we might chat about, and it dawned on me just how long it's been that we've been doing business together.
12 years? 12 years.
Oh, I think longer than that.
I think longer than that, yeah. I saw your dad. Your dad came by the booth. He was talking about how we were, he's like, yeah, we were down in Huntington. We had to run up to Long Beach. And
yeah.
I was just like, dang, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, because get this. So we did a pod with him, and he's been married for 20-something years again.
Oh my God!
So that's what I'm saying.
It is long. Yeah,
it's way longer than 12.
Yeah, he's all right. So I've been with the company 22 years. Company's around 26 years. Hundreds of installs, and we're still going strong. It's fun. This is fun.
Yeah.
These interactions. You brought up a couple of things. There's a lot of AI, a lot of buzz about AI these days, and AI is great.
Yeah.
But that's not the reason we're here. We're
right.
here. This industry is all about relationships.
Yep.
20 plus years we've grown. I've watched you grow. You have one site. How many sites do you have now with us?
A few.
4, 5. It just. And as a provider, as an adjunct, and some little part of us takes little victory laps when our customers do great.
Yeah,
and it's good to see.
Well, so here's what I remember about us getting ROM kicked. Well, there's a couple things I remember that are pretty funny, but one is on my side. So I remember we were at the time it was not REMA, it was ISRI.
Yeah.
We were at an ISRI convention. I don't remember what state we were in, but that's where I signed the contract. And I was so nervous because I feel like it had to be like probably around 2008 or 9, maybe 10, 8 to 10. Let's say somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
And the reason why is our bank at the time said, okay, look, you guys are just working off of Excel and just kind of manually doing everything. We need you to get an inventory software. I couldn't even get Dad and the other team that they were working with. I couldn't hardly get them to even use Excel sheets correctly. and back then, the way you shared them was kind of on an intranet.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like a huge mountain climb. But somehow finding the software landed on me, and my dad was known, or is still known, for being somewhat thrifty. So you give me the price of what the software is going to cost. And only thing we've done up to that point, is buy us a couple Windows computers, and, you're basically trying to pirate Microsoft because you don't want to pay for all the licenses. So that's how cheap we were. Right. So I'm like, okay, this is multiple $1,000s to get this software. And Dad is like, there's no way it can cost that much. And I'm like, look, man, this is what it is. And ROM is the best option for us, from the scale management, everything that came with it. I was like, this is tailor-made for us. We have to go with this. So up to that point in my career, that was the most nervous I've ever been, to put my name on a contract. And then I just remember flying out there by myself, coming to your or not your plant, but your offices, and you giving me the tour. But dude, I don't know if you guys sensed it, but I was super young, super green, and I'm like, just do not blow this. Don't blow this.
No, it's been a good trip. I mean, you guys use the system. You use it well. You know, we have all new stuff. I'm trying to push on you and get you to turn the page again, you know, with all the, you know, GPS integration and the AI and the, you know, integration with Microsoft Business Intelligence. I mean, we've got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and we've got, I mean, we were joking, just some of the core people there. We've got 150 years worth of scrap experience. I mean, just at the core, that's not.
You guys are at multiple locations. So, like when we first linked up, you were just in the one location.
We were in Long Beach.
In Long Beach, but now you guys are in multiple sites, right?
We have the West Coast team. We have our corporate moved to North Carolina. We have a team in Mexico for your Spanish speakers. You know, my Spanish is really bad, but
Me too.
Yeah, I listen. But yeah, we're doing well that way. So we open, if you're on the East Coast, we open the same time you do, and we close well after you. If you're on the West Coast, we open well before you and close same time as you.
Yeah.
So,
well, let's talk a little bit about how the specifically to 21st century and the ROM program. So maybe we'll say ROM as let's establish what does ROM stand for, because the company is 21st Century Programming.
Correct.
ROM is the software. So what's ROM stand for?
Recycling Operations Manager. And I apologize, I'm losing my voice after.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You got like a Barry White like this. Very deep.
Don't make me sing. Yeah, but it's Recycling Operations Manager. That's what it stands for. And then our next edition is ROM Infinite, which is got all of the new modern look, feel, integrations. You know, it's cloud-based, or I mean, there are some places that like proprietary and like to lock in their own things, so they'll keep it on their own server. So it'll go either way.
Yeah. So the ROM Infinite, how long has that been out?
About 2 years.
Okay. And let's just talk a little bit about what are the differences between traditional ROM, which is what we have right now, what we use at Tungco, versus well, it's
going to use your same database.
Okay.
So basically, it's just like a new jacket. It's using new software, React, and it allows us to use more of what's out there. I mean, we can, integrate with GPS. So when your dispatchers are going, we can geofence. And what that will do, it will allow, by using the driver's phone, you can send out alerts to to your customer, hey, or your supplier, hey, my driver just left the yard. He'll be there in X amount of time. When he gets there, it'll break the geofence of that location. It'll send another alert. That alert can go to the owner of the company. Hey, your bin is being picked up, and also one maybe to your buyer. Hey, Phil's at the yard. Do you have any special requests for him? Does he need to pick up a check? Does he need to make sure, a plug is in there? If you're doing turnings, make sure that the plug is not leaking. And, all the little nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah. And so I assume that some of the attention to detail on the logistics piece is tied to security issues that the industry is facing today. I mean, you're talking about, I had somebody say the other day, I was at a metals conference in Kentucky, and the guy was like, we used to have to worry about criminals being willing to steal copper out of air conditioning lines and this little thing. Now he's like, they're emboldened enough now where they're stealing truckloads. They're just taking the whole truck.
You can set it up where you can require ID at the point of pickup. You can take the guy's driver's license. You can take pictures of the truck, all that interesting stuff. And if you're using a third party, so the dispatch app is free. You download the app, and you can actually give that third-party hauls and say, okay, download the app. If you're going to take it, you can track where they're going via
Oh,
the
wow.
app.
So like for us, we don't own trucks. We do all third party.
Yeah.
But one of the things we actually, because of the value of the metal, we've been really reviewing our safety protocols, how stuff gets tracked, even what providers that we use. So what you're telling me is by upgrading to this, what that gives us is that gives us traceability to providers that we don't even own. They're contracted, but that gives us some sense of security that almost feels like you own it in a way.
Correct. And what you can do is the system, by using the geofences, the system will track time. So as soon as they leave your yard, it tracks travel time. When they get to the yard or the end, it ends that time. So if it's usually a 3.5 hour trip, why is it taking them 5 hours?
Gotcha.
Are they stopping on the side of the road, transloading, taking
Yeah.
some stuff? These are the alerts you get.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So that's what you were telling me about. You're like, hey, we got to get together. We got to talk about this and go over some of the new details. So
Yeah.
we'll have to talk dirty a little bit more after
And
the
we
pod.
make it simple for the drivers.
Yeah.
Depending on what they're doing, you can be as detail oriented as you want, make them take pictures, get signatures, or they can treat it like their dating app and just swipe right when they're done. You know?
Nice.
So it makes it easy. Plus we have, we all know how guys write. So we have voice integration, so they can just push a microphone and just put in what notes by speaking it into.
Okay, very nice. Yeah. Because that can be a problem, is legibility for what's on the paperwork. It's just scribble and looks like pig Latin, and nobody knows really what's on there.
That's always my favorite. And the same when you're creating the packing list and doing all the paperwork, they can use optical recognition. So they can just take a picture of the back of the truck and it'll fill in all the numbers. And
oh, wow. Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's shift gears just a little bit. So you guys have been giving these straws away for years. And on the straw, it says, straws should suck. Your software shouldn't.
Not your software.
Or not your software, right?
Yeah.
So it's very rare that I ever meet someone and I say, hey, so-and-so, how's your ERP program? Like, how you feel about it? That they're like, dude, it's fucking awesome. Like, you don't ever get that response. Like, a lot of times you get complaints, whether it's implementation problems, we don't understand it just doesn't work right, we overpaid and they under-delivered. Just talk a little bit about the complexities of software integration as a whole, because it has a lot of pain points in it, and some of the things that 21st Century does to try to help ease the lift on that.
Well, the first thing when it comes to software, you have to have a good backbone. You need to have an infrastructure. I mean, we have customers who are still running, their servers are 2008 and it still runs the software. I mean, that's pretty impressive as itself, but I usually send out an email apologizing for missing the, server's quinceañera. I mean, you've got a lot of points where, you just have to invest in your infrastructure. Right. I mean, people, if your baler goes down, you still do business.
Correct.
You work around the baler. If your software goes down, people are screaming.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way to get the scales in. There's no way to do this. Right. Payments. So, I mean, people need to invest in their infrastructure. That's key. The second thing is training. So in this industry, at least with software, you either grow or you wilt. If you're not growing and expanding the software and upgrading and changing, you're going to fall behind.
Yep.
So you need to also invest in training.
Yep.
I mean, it's always good to have refresher people come out. And I mean, I'm going to brag here. We have some of the sharpest people. I mean, Laura alone is worth her weight 10 times.
I think Laura's actually coming to Madisonville like within the next few days. So.
She ran gold medals basically. I mean, she's probably forgotten more about scrap than I've ever learned. around.
Wow.
So she's a hot shot.
That's awesome.
And she's good people, and you'll find, but that kind of investment pays dividends because just think of the amount of turnover you have. I mean, and then what happens is the person who's leaving, maybe because they don't do their job the way they should,
right,
it ends up training the person who's coming in. Mm-hmm. So you end up getting a degradation over time.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's key. And then after that, it's the software itself.
Yeah.
Like I said, our software was written by guys in the industry. They know the little nuances. They know how costs should carry over. If you buy something for 50 cents a pound and you sell it for 56, are you making money? Well, the question is, how much freight's involved?
Yep.
How much production's involved? How much, personal time's involved?
Yep.
So, I mean, all those nuances are what make or break this industry.
Yeah. How are you seeing, I follow some tech guys, some of their podcasts, and a few of the recent ones has addressed how AI is going to impact traditional SaaS level companies.
I love SaaS. That's the new acronym.
Yeah, correct. It's just that gets and it kind of gets thrown out as the two different ones. But it almost seems like to me what I'm seeing is that there is a hybridization of how you're taking traditional platforms, ERP, SaaS, whatever you want to throw at it, and pulling in the power of AI for those things to work together. Not so much that AI is able to do that 100% on its own.
No, you're correct about that. I mean, in this industry, AI will resolve a lot of issues. I mean, especially when it comes to taking data. I mean, we have the ability to, dump data into anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to dump our data into like Claude and have it do a million different things, you can.
Right.
But when they talk about AI for grading material, I'm a little iffy on that because it'll only grade the top.
Yeah.
And in this industry, it's the bottom
of
the box that counts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are limitations.
Yeah.
But it is changing the way we do things. We use AI all the time. We have automated reports that go out. We have, again, with the GPS, the automation of alerts. I mean, things like that. They make it easier. They take the human out of it. We have the ability to do facial recognition for overrides of pricing. We have the ability to do, facial recognition for avoiding tickets, things like that.
Yeah. And that's all a component of AI within the ROM system.
Correct.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, there will come a time that it gets better.
Yeah.
But that will require things like live video streaming as the piles are being dumped,
right,
where it can actually analyze everything going through. It's not there yet, but it's getting there.
Yeah. One of the things, like to your point there, we actually bought our first AI optical sorter last year, and we're slowly bringing it online. To your point, it's got to be visible, so you got to get everything flattened out so that it can be seen. What I found was interesting, though, is traditionally in that field, when you were talking about optical scanning, the brain of what they had it hooked to, just like a general PLC or whatever, it was only able to do limited stuff. So they could be like, oh, it could pick out 1 or 2 colors, or it could pick out maybe 5 shapes. But this is a deep learning model, so it can learn thousands of shapes. And it could also, like, if you were my supplier and this person was my supplier, I can create programs around the suppliers. It's like, hey, they typically send, it looks like this. So it's kind of,
you give it a baseline.
It's kind of giving it, a curve a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're seeing some real hope for that to like up our efficiency significantly. But you are correct. Got to get it where it can be seen. Also, helping it a little bit by taking some of the variables out. Obviously, the less variables that are there, the less likely you're going to have a miss somewhere.
Yeah.
And call a product something that it wasn't. That could be huge dollars in our industry if you don't have if you don't have human eyes looking at it and making sure that's correct.
Yeah, that is the limitation, and it will get better. It will get better. It's just, it's growing exponentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's powerful stuff. It's, but there are like I said, the little nuances. I mean, you can punch in the data and get, prospective costs over time, but there's always going to be that human to massage them, to make it work with the dealer, because you know what? In this industry, everybody needs to make their piece.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a one-way deal.
Yeah.
That's it, and it's over.
Yeah. Well, you said it at the start of the pod, and it's been said by numerous guests on this pod. Our business, probably all of business, but specifically this industry, is so much built on relationships.
Yeah, it's trust, relationships. Yeah. I mean, I tell every new person who comes, either through our company or other company, I'm like, you have one chance.
Yeah.
You play everybody straight, be upfront and honest, and you can never go wrong.
Right. Well, man, listen, I appreciate you stopping in. I know it's a busy week for you, and I appreciate the continued support for our company, that 21st Century and ROM does for us. But it's been an honor to have you on Cliff's Notes, and look forward to talking some more in the future.
No, it's been my honor. Like I said, I'm a groupie. So what can I do, man? I'm glad you caught me before my voice entirely left.
Oh, well, like I said, it's soft and buttery right now. But yeah. Appreciate you, man. And have a great rest of your show, and look forward to talking to you again soon.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks,
you
Phil.
as well.
Appreciate you.
Cliff's Notes, Cliff's Notes, Cliff's Notes, Cliff's Notes.